Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I am SquishyTheTitan, and welcome to Firewatch. Now, I know this isn't a scary game, I know it's not really a puzzle game, but I wanted to play a narrative game. So fight me on it. Anyway, let's get into it. I did try to stream this a little bit, so I know a little bit of what's going on with this game. However, it was streaming from the PS4, so it was potato quality. And I didn't like how it's 30 frames a second because I was pampered. Okay? Okay. Campo Santo presents... in cooperation with Panic Incorporated. Boulder, Colorado. 1975. You see Julia. Yes, I see Julia. Oh, I have to click on it. She's about your age, late 20s. Laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You are drunk. Let's try to play this smooth, so what's your, major? You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. And I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Is that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, and you are Julia's boyfriend. Holy shit! Excuse me? What is with you PC people with really high mouse sensitivities? That's perfect. I believe this is, already post the Julia situation. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. I always go with the beagle and name him Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. 1979, you walk out on the deck, it's summer. 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the highest desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some. A couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say? These kids are gonna be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. Say she's absolutely right. So one thing I do love about this game is the art style. The art style is beautiful. It's like the same art style as Team Fortress. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I can't decide. Cause it's like, I know what happens, and I don't want to be a dick about it. I'm gonna ignore it. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Very nice. Because that's what I would do. I'm a silly bitch. I am a silly sumbitch. And I take not much seriously. Unless I need to. In which case I take things seriously. Spacebar to climb over obstructions. Really? It's universal fucking controls. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Fuck! Dog! Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You beat his goddamn face in! No one kicks my fucking dog! Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Now, here's what I would do. I would agree if she commutes, but I would never, ever, ever hold my significant other back from a great job that they want to take. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Itchy leg. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. I would confront it right away. Episode? Yeah. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. But yeah, I love this art style. It looks a lot like Team Fortress. Oh my god! Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over, for no particular reason, and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. Now, I feel like a monster for saying this. I would absolutely choose a home, but I would definitely go into maximum research. Like making sure that they are not, that my loved ones are not getting abused or neglected there. Is that water? Is that the water? Now it's just fog. Okay. Hello, dear. What's that little die? Her family agrees with your decision, and you find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. Is that the game? That is... My God, I thought someone was walking into my house. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. I don't like where that's going. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, "If you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off." You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Spit on my monitor. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. Go with her some of the time. 1989, that's the year I was born! You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Enter the lookout tower. Okay, I don't think there's a sprint function, is there? Let me check the controls. Controls, blah blah blah, Wasties. Okay. Toggle jog, R or none. We're gonna put you to shift. Oh, fudge. Okay. Why? H. Okay, now this is gonna be R. And then that is gonna be shift. Yeah! Much better! Turn on the power. Generator switch, use that.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello!
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
No, I'm Henry!
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So,
That's a
what's wrong
stupid
with
joke.
you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong
Water
with you?
jug.
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but maybe you just really like trees. Maybe it's... Gosh, maybe it's a borderline fetish. A tree fetish.
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Firewatch! Okay, day 1.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Okay, so I am going to... it's early in the morning. I'm going to end that video right here, because it's been about 18:30, and I will kick everything off in the second episode. I'm probably going to do 1 day per episode, or 1 episode per day in-game. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends about me. I'm SquishyTheTitan. Have a nice day, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!
We are the image of the invisible.
Dude, Dr. Money's gonna fuck you up, bro.